Apple reverses course, approves Epic Games for App Store in Europe. Apple's decision to reverse course and approve Epic Games for the App Store in Europe has sent shockwaves through the tech industry. This move comes after a long and bitter legal battle between the two companies over the terms and conditions of the App Store. The decision to allow Epic Games back onto the platform marks a significant shift in Apple's approach to app developers and signals a potential change in how the company operates its App Store. The feud between Apple and Epic Games began in August 2020, when Epic Games introduced a direct payment system in its popular game Fortnite, bypassing Apple's in-app purchase system. This move violated Apple's guidelines, leading to the removal of Fortnite from the App Store. Epic Games responded by filing a lawsuit against Apple, accusing the tech giant of anti-competitive behavior and monopolistic practices. The legal battle between Apple and Epic Games has been closely watched by industry observers and regulators around the world. The case has raised important questions about the power and influence of big tech companies, particularly Apple, which controls access to millions of users through its App Store. The outcome of the case was seen as a potential turning point in the ongoing debate over App Store policies and the relationship between platform owners and developers. In a surprising turn of events, Apple announced that it had reached an agreement with Epic Games to allow the game developer back onto the App Store in Europe. This decision represents a significant concession on Apple's part and suggests a willingness to compromise with developers over the terms and conditions of the platform. The move is seen as a victory for Epic Games and a step towards greater transparency and fairness in the App Store ecosystem. The decision to approve Epic Games for the App Store in Europe is likely to have far-reaching implications for the tech industry. It could set a precedent for other app developers who have been at odds with Apple over its policies and practices. The move may also prompt regulators to take a closer look at Apple's App Store policies and consider whether they are in compliance with antitrust laws. Apple's decision to reverse course and approve Epic Games for the App Store in Europe has been met with mixed reactions from industry observers. Some see it as a positive step towards greater competition and fairness in the App Store ecosystem, while others view it as a strategic move by Apple to avoid further legal battles and regulatory scrutiny. Regardless of the interpretation, the decision is likely to have a significant impact on the future of the App Store and the relationship between platform owners and developers. The agreement between Apple and Epic Games includes several key provisions aimed at addressing the concerns raised by Epic Games and other developers. One of the main changes is the introduction of a new payment system that allows developers to offer alternative payment options to users, bypassing Apple's in-app purchase system. This move is seen as a major victory for developers who have long argued that Apple's commission fees and strict guidelines are unfair and anti-competitive. In addition to the new payment system, Apple has also agreed to provide more transparency and clarity around its App Store policies and guidelines. This includes making it easier for developers to understand and comply with the rules, as well as providing a more streamlined process for resolving disputes and issues. These changes are designed to create a more level playing field for developers and ensure that they are treated fairly and equitably by Apple. The decision to approve Epic Games for the App Store in Europe is a significant development in the ongoing debate over App Store policies and the relationship between platform owners and developers. It represents a shift in Apple's approach to app developers and signals a willingness to compromise and find common ground on contentious issues. The move is likely to have a lasting impact on the tech industry and could lead to further changes in how app stores are operated and regulated. Overall, Apple's decision to reverse course and approve Epic Games for the App Store in Europe is a positive development for the tech industry. It demonstrates a willingness to listen to developers' concerns and make changes to improve the App Store ecosystem. The move is a step towards greater competition, transparency, and fairness in the industry, and sets a precedent for how platform owners and developers can work together to create a more open and inclusive environment for innovation and creativity.